Not bad.
Anyway, that was a lot more long-winded than I was expecting it to be. My apologies.
Steven, you are long-winded.
That's true. Very, very, very true.
But it's okay because we have many Magic cards to talk about. I don't even know if this is our main topic for today. If you haven't heard, Aetherdrift is the name of the set.
Drifting through the ether.
Magic the Gathering Mario Kart is that it is what it is. There's a lot of complaints, a lot of controversy. I don't know how I feel about it all, but there's some mechanics I don't love. There's some art direction I don't love in this set, and then the Magic IP is dead. If we haven't talked about that enough already, it's literally Mario Kart. But there's some cool designs, unique mechanics at least, so I can at least keep it positive and talk about good cards. There is. I assume you also had good cards you wanted to show.
I have 2 cards that I was like, this seems broken.
All right, yeah. Let's talk about the good cards. Negative content is good for clicks, but I like being positive.
Sure.
So, I'll share. Last week, I think we shared because they just had a couple spoilers. The Gear Hulks.
Yeah.
Mentioned from the first time we went to Kaladesh, they had one in each color, and then we saw a 2-color one last time. There's another 2-color one, and I think I've seen even another one.
I have one of them as my card.
Is it the red-green one?
It is. Wait
a second. The red-green Gear Hulk is a pretty good card, Steven.
It's pretty great.
I don't know if you do, considering we both picked that as a good card from the set.
Yeah. First of all, 6 mana, 7/7.
Yeah, in red and green.
In red and green with Vigilance, pretty good, and Menace, pretty good.
Wish he had haste, but beggars can't be choosers.
His ability is pretty broken. First of all, the art's pretty sick in my opinion.
Yeah, he's like a big tree robot.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And there's the people standing in front of him with on the little platform.
Yeah, so you get
he's super massive. It's like whoa. So when this creature enters, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain Vigilance and Menace until end of turn. Mm-hmm. Damage can't be prevented this turn.
Yes.
I don't know about you, Trevor, but this card is just the most FU finisher.
Yeah.
In the game of Magic, it feels like.
Should be 6 mana, win the game if done right. +2/+2 Vigilance, Menace. The Vigilance is just there in case you don't win the game.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't win, but you're at 3 health and all my creatures are still untapped.
I can still block everything you did. Yeah.
And then, gets rid of all fogs.
Uh-huh.
No fog. It doesn't matter.
Damage can't be prevented. Screw you.
You
got to find some other way to counter me.
Teferi's Protection doesn't even work.
No, I don't think so, yeah.
Because Teferi's Protection
prevents all damage.
But it can't happen. So, you just get effed over.
And Menace makes all your guys way harder to block.
Impossible to block. Nearly.
Yeah, red-green, go wide. This fits well. I have my token Planeswalker deck. I call it, it's Jund Super Friends, basically. And every Planeswalker in there either makes tokens or has go wide buffs, and so that's
honestly the only thing that I wish this guy had was legendary.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because then honestly I just keep him as my commander.
Yeah.
And then build the deck to just go super wide, and then just I cast my commander.
He's a 6 mana sorcery in the command zone to win the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few commanders like that, and I've never built a deck like that actually, but I see the appeal of cast my commander, win the game. Because most people, you want to build your deck around the commander. I want him out as soon as possible, but he's a win more card.
Yeah. A win, just stomp you in the face win.
Yeah, it's so
good.
You're I have maybe 12 creatures out, a few tokens. I can't quite win the game. I don't have enough, but +2/+2 and Menace to everybody.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, damage can't be prevented.
You're that's good enough. That could probably close out the game.
Any fog, just screw you.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I had
not any fog, because there are fogs where you can create a bunch of elves for every attacking creature and then block all of them.
But
that still doesn't work because they all have Menace.
Yeah.
So you still get half of your creatures.
You still have, you need twice as many creatures as they have. I found some decent ones.
Let's see if you and I have the other same one.
Is it a green one?
No.
Oh, okay.
I had one green one, one Gruul one, and then one red and white.
Boros. So sorry, you were trying to guess.
I knew that. I was getting there.
Yeah, I probably won't bother to do a distinction this time. Some of them are commander cards, some of them are from the standard set. But I felt this one would be good for you, so I wanted to share it if you hadn't seen it. It is called March of the World Ooze. It's a 6 mana green enchantment. Creatures you control have base power and toughness 6/6 and are oozes in addition to their other types.
Well, that sounds broken.
So if all your Hydras are actually 0/0 with the 10 counters, or your Tyranids, now their base power 6/6 plus the +1/+1 counters. And then whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it's not their turn, you create a 3/3 green elephant creature token.
There's actually a 9/9.
It's 6/6, but because he doesn't have.
Oh yeah, it's not +1. It's not plus.
His base power and toughness are 6/6.
Yeah.
Sometimes better, sometimes worse.
Yeah.
So it's very anti-blue. It's a green thing to do. Of like, if you're casting spells on not your turn, I'm going to make a bunch of ooze elephants.
Ooze elephants is like funny.
Yes, the art is just like the revealer had their text on there, but
yeah,
weird ooze monsters.
Another big green card I need.
Yeah.
Well, that probably will go in the big green Stompy deck.
Yeah. Especially if it's the Hydra or the Tyranids with the 0.
The big green Stompy deck.
You want their base power to be 6.
Yeah.
Another decent one I saw. This is not for the big green Stompy deck because this one involves even more math. Yeah, I know, right? Math in my card game.
Math is plus and minus in green. That's all we need.
Yeah. This one would get a little complicated, but it is a pretty good effect, so I had to share. This one is from the Commander deck. It's called Renewed Solidarity. I don't love the art. It's kind of weird. It's a bunch of like mummies hugging or something. I don't know. I think it's from the zombie deck because one of the planes in the Mario Kart adventure is the Egyptian plane, and so they had mummy people. I don't know. Anyway, as this enchantment enters, still looks weird to me. Choose a creature type. So it's for tribal decks. So it's a 3 mana white. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+0. All right, a little power bump. But then at the beginning of your end step, for each token you control of the chosen type that entered this turn, you create a token that's a copy of it. So in your tribal squirrel deck, it just doubles your token generation, basically. It's like on your turn, or goblins, right? When Caleb has his goblin deck. He's like, I made 20 goblins this turn. I'm saying that. Maybe that's a excessive example, but at the end of your turn, you get 20 more goblins. It enables a lot more math, more doubling, because if you already have those doubler effects in those token decks, it's just more and more. Like, I see this in goblins, I see this in squirrels.
Yeah. Because
green usually has a lot of the token doubling. White has only had like one before this, and now they have another one.
Well, and there's like isn't there an enchantment that whenever you create a token, create 2 of them?
Yeah.
And so then at the end of the turn, you would actually create quadruple tokens you were going to create?
Yes.
Is it all tokens?
No, this one is limited to creature type.
Okay, so you can't do artifact tokens, foods, treasures.
No,
like
it does have to be a creature type. So
foods and
because green gets to copy everything. White, I think the one previous to this and this one is only creatures. Only creature tokens are they allowed to copy. So